Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Be Determined. Today we're going to talk about the changes to Gabagool and all the fuels that it makes that are coming up in about 2 weeks. This is an official leak from Minikloon himself, so we're going to go over all the changes and the big thing that you need to be prepared for. So let's jump into it. Alright, so we've had Inferno minions for about 3.5 months at this point, maybe even 4 months, but the prices of their special drops, which are on the bazaar, are still ridiculously high. Reaper Peppers are going for 120 million. Inferno Apexes, they actually don't even sell on the bazaar because the bazaar can't go high enough on their prices to what the actual value of the Apex is. And then Vertexes are going for 24 million. That was not the intention of the ad. They wanted them to be rare and expensive, but not that expensive. So recently they tried to make a change with the Chili Pepper update, which allowed us to craft Inferno Vertexes and Inferno Apexes using molten powder and the new hypergolic ionized ceramics. But that didn't really change the prices in the big picture. They changed how often the drops will actually drop, and they gave us some ways to increase the chances of drop. So the prices of Vertexes did go down, but Apexes are still through the roof. I think Reaper Peppers also went down by quite a bit, but they're still way higher than the admins intended. So they are planning a change in mid-September where they're going to change all of the recipes for fuels for Inferno minions. Right now, if we take one of these crude Gabagools and right click with it, we can see the recipe for the fuel Gabagool. It currently takes 32 of these crude Gabagools plus a sulfuric coal to make one fuel Gabagool. And then once you get on down the line of all of the Gabagools to craft the hypergolic Gabagool, which is used to make the fuel that gives you the chance to get the really expensive drops like the Apex, you're looking at 32,768 crude Gabagools, which takes forever to make and leaves the hypergolic Gabagool fuel all the way up at 22 million coins to buy. So to even buy a chance to get these drops, it's going to cost you a fortune, which is not the intention. So we've got some big changes coming. Instead of these recipes here requiring 32 crude Gabagool to make one fuel, and then 32 fuels to make the heavy fuel, and then 32 heavy fuels to make the hypergolic fuel, they're going to change it to 24 on every single one of those recipes. So like I said before, it was 32,768 crude Gabagools to make one of the hypergolics. Now it's going to be 41% of that. It's only going to be 13,824, which is still a lot, don't get me wrong, but it is less than half of the price of what we're currently dealing with, which should make the prices of all these things drop down exponentially. So if you have a Vertex or an Apex or a Reaper Pepper and you don't want to use them, you want to get rid of them, I would recommend getting rid of them as soon as you possibly can, because these changes are going to make the prices of those drop down tremendously. It's also going to make the prices of crude Gabagools drop down tremendously over time. To start with, they might be a little bit high, but eventually the prices should drop down a bit. But the other thing you should be doing, if you do have these Inferno minions here, make sure not to actually craft any fuels right now. You can see I've been saving mine up. It does take 32,000 right now to craft one fuel, but once this update rolls out, it's going to take about 13,000, and I already have more than that saved up. So you don't even want to craft your crudes into regular fuels because that recipe is also going to be cheaper. So leave them in their base state, the crude Gabagool, and if you can't fit them in your Slayer sack, then just stuff them into chests as much as you can. Anyways, that's all from me today, guys. If this video did help you out, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, you can join our Discord. I'm currently doing reviews of my viewers' profiles in a series that I started a couple days ago. So to get in on that, you'll have to copy the link to your SkyCrypt and post that in the For YouTube channel on my Discord, which is linked in the description, along with my recent music. So be sure to check that out. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.